15 years ago when I started this role, or was considering, I was pretty uncomfortable with the title principal. So I asked the school board for another suggestion. And the chair at the time, Carl Clan, he came back with this notion of a chief learning officer. Well, I was even less comfortable with that, but didn't have the heart to tell him. So it just kind of stuck from there. 15 years later, here we are. It is actually different now in my mind because we are this system. We aren't just an elementary school or a middle school. We aren't just daycare. We have all of this education and care seamlessly from ages 6 months through grade 9. And so in many ways, I have a system of programs and mini schools underneath and in my care, and I love serving as Chief Learning Officer. We've expanded the definition of education to include the whole child and to focus on these 5 journeys: faith, worthiness, selfhood, belonging, and change making. And those 5 journeys are what matters most for children, and it goes so much further than just the academics or the traditional 3 R's of schooling. And so I love that I have an opportunity to think expansively as a leader about how to champion and unfold the potential that's in every child. The thing that I love most about my job at Willowstone Academy is getting to know the children. And of course, in my role, they have an evolving understanding of what I do, who I am, and whether or not I'm scary. So I love when that is disrupted. But I also love seeing myself through their eyes and thinking empathetically about how they perceive me. And I'll never forget this one student. He gave me this Christmas card, which had on the front of it his original artwork of me. And in the picture, I'm kind of like in motion like this, and my hair is flying red behind me. And I just love that this student just always saw me as like this, like running, rushing, hair on fire, a bit of a hot mess kind of person in our school community. And albeit that isn't entirely the way that I want to be, I do appreciate his perception of me. So that was a really fun memory. I see the spirit of play come alive. I think the spirit of play unlocks powerful learning for children of all ages. So when I see the middle year students doing their frisbee golf extracurricular, or when I see, when we think or plan about our year-end celebration, or when I see the castles that the grade 3s have made in the hallway, I love that the spirit of play is infused into our academic environment, and it inspires me. It lights up my life. It brings me so much joy. So those are a couple of my memories. I think I would just remind all of us, educators really at any stage of their career, but particularly young educators, just to keep dropping into your heart, the place from which you connect, relate with the students, relate with your colleagues, build powerful and authentic community, and that's all based in that connection. And so think where we get off or even burnt out is when we stop just enjoying each other and delighting in the work that we do. All of that comes from our heart. So my word of advice is just drop into your heart.